Now to the race for mayor. What has been a whirlwind campaign season took another sharp turn over the weekend. Mayor Adams officially suspending his re-election bid.
It was a campaign that struggled, largely overshadowed by controversy and low polling numbers that just stayed in the single digits.
And it means Gracie Mansion will have a new resident come January. The question remains, though, who? Eyewitness News reporter Phil Taitt is at Gracie Mansion on the Upper East Side with the latest. Phil?
Yeah, Danny, good morning. And a spokesperson from Mayor Adams says that he'll be spending the next couple of days with family and friends. That's after he officially pulled the plug on his re-election campaign. Now, this all came in that bombshell announcement video, nearly 9 minutes long. Mayor Adams was sitting on the steps here inside of Gracie Mansion, and he said that he would not be running for re-election. He will only be a single-term mayor. Now, that single term, it was full of scandal, a flurry of resignations, and a criminal case. He launched his re-election bid as an independent, but fell behind the other candidates. As he announced his exit, he took pride about his achievements like bringing down violent crime here in the city. But he said constant media speculation about his future and a decision by the city's campaign finance board to withhold public funding from his re-election effort made it impossible for him to stay in the race. Now, Adams' exit would appear to benefit Cuomo, especially if he picks up a bundle of endorsements from the city's Uniformed Services Union. Now, this morning, his former challengers didn't mince words.
What comes to mind for me and for many New Yorkers is the most extreme and radical thing that they've seen over these last few years is a mayor that has raised the rent 12% on more than 2 million New Yorkers. A mayor that has priced New Yorkers out of childcare, left them with a $25,000 a year bill. A mayor who has looked at this city as a means by which to secure his own personal freedom at the expense of the people that he's supposed to serve.
I'm not sitting shiver for Eric Adams. He should have been in jail with Bobby Menendez. He was a crook, and it was the president who saved him.
We are facing an existential threat in an extreme radicalism that threatens the existence of this city as we know it.
Now, right now, you're taking a live look outside of Gracie Mansion. There's been much movement with his security detail. It's still unclear of his particular movements for the day, but we are now just 5 weeks away from Election Day, and it's safe to say, and then there were three. We have Zohran Mamdani, we have Curtis Sliwa, and former Governor Cuomo. They're 5 weeks away to Election Day as they continue to battle it out to the finish line. We are live outside of Gracie Mansion this morning. I'm Phil Taitt, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Phil, thank you. Joining us now in studio with more on the race, ABC's Aaron Katersky. Aaron, always good to have you. Obviously, we want to know what's next for Eric Adams. Obviously, he says that his time in public service is not over, but we did hear a couple weeks ago there were rumblings that he could possibly take a job with the Trump administration.
So we know he's taking a few days off, and he's still going to be the mayor. He's going to finish out his term. That's 3 months of a lame duck at City Hall, although this unconventional mayor has sure surprised us before. And we know that, according to sources, the Trump administration had offered some kind of an ambassadorship as a way to move him out and get that one-on-one matchup that President Trump seems to prefer between Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo, as the president's been grousing about Mamdani for a couple of months now. But we're not sure there was ever a formal offer that was made, at least one that Adams wanted to accept. So how he goes about a post-mayor life is still an open question.
Okay. It wasn't that long ago that the mayor put it out there himself. He said, we're going to do some polling, and then I'm going to figure this out. Do I stay in the race? Do I not? Are these polling numbers for real? What does this mean for his legacy?
Michelle, there was a time when Eric Adams cast himself as the future of the Democratic Party, and then he was hit with federal corruption charges, and he became amenable to the Trump agenda, at least when it came to immigration and some other things, in order to get him out of those federal charges. He would like his legacy to be about housing and lower crime and better test scores, but even in his video, the mayor conceded that a lot of New Yorkers just didn't feel it.
I mean, a one-term mayor. I mean, the only other Dinkins?
Dinkins was the last.
Yeah. Right, that's right.
So it's tough to speculate, obviously, but what does Eric Adams dropping out mean for the other three candidates? What does it look like now?
So, Danny, depends who you ask.
Yeah.
Zohran Mamdani says nothing has changed. The race still remains about the politics of the past as represented by Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo says there's a whole new dynamic now, and he and Curtis Sliwa are trying to fight it out to see who is the one to topple Mamdani, who unquestionably remains the front runner.
Thank you.
Interesting. All right.
Ooh, it is.
Any idea where that 9% from the polling is going to go from the mayor? The mayor kept polling at about 9%. Any idea where that will go?
We've seen different polls about who gets whose support.
We have, right.
The mayor's name is going to be on the ballot. The ballot's set. So it's still possible that some people may just vote for him because his name is there. But whether it helps Cuomo, whether it's three-dimensional.
That's a good
chess.
point. Some people may do that.
Sure.
That is a very good. All right.
All right, Aaron
so much.
Katersky.
We'll see.
Thank you
Always
as
good.
always.
See you guys.
We appreciate it. Stay with Eyewitness News as we follow what's next in the race for New York City mayor. Also, look for updates by heading to ABC7NY.
We have some other news now. This morning, federal and local authorities are investigating that mass shooting and fire that engulfed the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints yesterday in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Investigators say the gunman killed 4 people and then injured at least 8 others. Authorities say the suspect, 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, rammed this pickup truck that he was driving through the church's front doors, and then, armed with an assault rifle, he opened fire on hundreds of congregants who were packed inside for Sunday services. Police say Sanford set the building on fire. After that, authorities shot and killed him. Officials say he was a Marine and an Iraq War veteran, but they are still trying to piece together a motive. We will get more on this story from ABC's Alex Perez on the ground in Michigan coming up at 10:30.
Now to a horrific crash in New Jersey. 2 cars unrecognizable after colliding on a major road that leads into the Lincoln Tunnel.
Yeah, this happened at about 11:30 last night. Thankfully, crews were able to clear the scene right before the height of the morning rush.
Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel joins us live in North Bergen with more. Jaysha.
Michelle, Shirley, Danny, good morning. Well, earlier this morning, the 2 cars that were involved in that crash were on scene just completely total. There was debris scattered all over the roadway, but around 6 a.m., all lanes here on Tonnelle Avenue opened up. And at this time, we know that 4 people were involved in this crash. 2 of them were rushed to the hospital, but we are waiting for more information about the other 2 people. You're looking at video from overnight just showing how bad this car crash was. You can see how powerful the impact was. You can see both cars are mangled, car parts and glass all over the roadway here. And this crash happened on Tonnelle Avenue near 51st Street just before 11:30 last night. And the impact caused debris to fly everywhere. Even a tire flew into a nearby parking lot next to us. And earlier we saw personal belongings like shoes and soccer balls on the road, but crews cleaned up the debris alongside a street sweeper by 6 this morning. There are still a lot of unanswered questions up in the air this morning. We don't know the exact cause of the crash, but people who live nearby say speeding and racing are an issue around here.
I just came out of work, exited the train station right here on Tonnelle, and I see this totally preventable. And honestly, one way to improve safety here on Tonnelle Avenue is to install traffic lights on 54th Street. But this is why there's a lot of speeding cars, motorcycles, even trucks, right?
Again, all lanes here on Tonnelle Avenue are reopened. And again, 2 people are in the hospital. We're waiting for more information about the other 2 people involved in this crash. But for now, live in North Bergen, Jaysha Patel, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.